Hi everybody, Ben here from Renaissance Movement and Strength Program. Just going to talk to you through sort of our first exercise that we do in the intermediate and the advanced class. It's quite a simple exercise, but I just want to talk to you in a little bit more detail, and it's also an exercise that's just worth doing every day, even just for 2 minutes or 3 minutes that it might take you to do it, because it's an exercise of refinding kind of where your body is when you're stepping and you're balancing. And the exercise really is very simple. It's just stepping and bringing your feet together to begin with. And you step forwards, and then you step back, and then you swap your feet. Now, we step forward and we step as a kind of a subconscious action. And we're just making that action also by stepping in a pattern. We don't normally step in sort of patterns like this. We're just making it much more of a conscious action, so that you become really clear with where your balance is and where your weight is. And I talk a lot about where your weight is in this program, because that's my background language is of dance, and that's what we talk about a lot in dance, of where your weight is when you're trying to do challenging and difficult physical activities. So that's the first bit, just stepping forward and back. The second one is we step forward and we try to get our weight over that front foot, but we leave that back foot, just the toes or the ball of the foot, on the floor. And I call this an anchor. And we step back together, and then we step forward again on the other side. So we're just anchoring ourselves, and that anchor is a safety anchor. My weight is over this front foot. I step to the side, I've got an anchor on here, and that anchor is about feeling safe, coming onto one leg. Now if any of this I was challenged by, I just hang onto a chair, I just find something to hold on to. Stepping back, I'm on my heel here, just because if I'm on my ball of my foot, it means I flex my foot a lot. There's quite a lot of pull on my Achilles and into my calf, and sometimes that can cramp if you're not used to doing that extreme flex. That's the second bit of this opening exercise. And then the third bit is we step forward and we take that back foot off, just off the floor. And we just hold that for a second, if that. Switch feet. So we're just building ourselves to the side. Foot just comes off the floor. Now if I wanted to, I could just keep touching and tapping the floor here. I'm still on my balance. I'm not leaning. I'm not putting any weight on that foot. But what touching the floor is telling me, in terms of the safety part of my brain, that I want to know that I'm still safe, I'm not going to fall over, it's just telling me that the floor's just there. If I need to shift forward, because I'm feeling like I'm going over, then I can. And if I'm falling backwards, I can pull my foot underneath me as well. Back, and then last one here. And I normally, foot off, I normally in this opening exercise then take the foot off to the sides again, just to reinforce those side ones as well. We do this exercise at the end of the class as well, because for me it's really important that we have a sense of how we're feeling in terms of our balance in this first exercise, but then to bring that same exercise back at the end, we get a sense of if anything's changed, if we're feeling stronger, if we're feeling more on our leg, if we're feeling perhaps less on our leg. We might be tired, it might have overdone us, but that's information for us. And there's not a right or wrong for that, it's just telling us stuff that is really useful to know. Did this class make me feel more on my leg? Am I now really tired? That tells us about your endurance, that tells us about your capacity to kind of do these exercises longer. And once you've done these exercises for 4 or 5 weeks, is there a difference there? So it gives us apples to compare with apples. That's the first exercise in the class, intermediate and advanced class. It's just really important to build ourselves up to starting with balance, and always use something to hold on to fireplace over here I could hold on to. Whatever is available, always use it to keep yourself safe. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you in my sessions.